Welcome the people.
Okay, tell them something.
Mommy, it's you first.
It's me first?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us today. And Israel, what do you have to tell the people?
Yeah.
What do you have to tell the people?
All right.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to the channel.
Subscribe to the channel. Awesome.
Yeah, so thank you so much for coming here. Thank you for joining us today. And for those of you who have not subscribed, please just subscribe so that we can grow together. And today basically we are here to encourage people through these hard times. Corona has been really tough and hard on a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah, and just thought it wise to speak to one or two people there that might be needing this,
Or three.
or three that might be needing just a word of encouragement. And sometimes we don't need a lot, we just need someone to give you a word of hope.
Yeah.
And it goes a really long way.
Mm.
So today basically that's what we're doing, and maybe you can encourage one or two people there out there.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because I know you've had quite a journey
Quite a journey. Quite
in
a
your
long
life.
journey.
Yes. And maybe through, you can give us just this is just to tell people that despite the hard times,
Yes.
despite the way things are right now,
Yes.
there's still hope.
I see hope.
Yes, there's still hope, and all is not lost.
Yes.
Yes, so maybe you can do that.
Exactly. So times are hard.
Yes.
Times are really hard,
Mhm.
and things are quite hard right now.
True.
There are guys who've lost their jobs.
Mhm.
There are people who've really faced it hard.
Yes.
There are people who've been forced to relocate to our country
Mhm.
simply because life in uptown, in the town, has been a bit difficult.
Yeah.
The people who are sleeping hungry,
Mhm.
the people who are really frustrated, the people who are even thinking of or even planning of committing suicide
True.
right now.
Mhm.
Depression has really hit many families, many people. The rate of divorce has increased, and times are hard. And there are people who have even started questioning God.
True.
This has been a very difficult moment, especially for them that believe in God,
Yeah.
the churches,
Mhm.
and people have really even questioned the existence of God,
Yes.
because before we used to see pastors doing miracles,
Mhm.
healing people.
Yeah.
Then now all of a sudden, when the churches were closed,
Mhm.
now guys were questioning, does God really exist? Why aren't these pastors healing guys who have corona?
Yes.
Why aren't people praying? And this thing is not going anywhere, it's
Yeah.
still here.
Yeah.
And such times are not easy.
Very.
When you've lost hope, when you really don't know whom not to trust,
Yes.
when the religion that you've grown knowing
Mhm.
does not seem to make a lot of sense,
Yes.
it becomes really hard. But let me encourage someone today that before things get better, they always get worse.
Mhm.
When it seems dark at night, when it's darkest, dawn is nearest.
Yes.
It's almost yes,
Yes.
darkest before it
Dawn.
becomes,
Yes.
before it's dawn.
Yeah.
And this phase has been a phase that is really hard,
Mhm.
but it's always good to look at the glass from the half side perspective,
Yeah.
not the half empty perspective. What is there to learn during this hard period? Personally, I've been through tougher times than this.
Yeah.
So this one can be called a walkover compared to other times before. There's a time that I really faced a difficult moment in my life. This was back in 2003. In 2003, I was in Form 2. And that is when my mom passed away. And my mom passing away, then we used to live in Dandora Phase 2. So things were really tough. My mom was more of, she was the pillar of our family. A sole breadwinner. Yes, we had a father who I later came to realize was not even my father. That's the story for another day. So she was the man and the woman. Well, we had a man, but the man was not the father. He was another father, just like the other fathers. That's a story for another day, maybe for our next video somewhere. Now, after my mom passed away, I had a little kid brother. So things were really tough. We went through a tough moment. We buried her, and then we have no relatives in Nairobi. So we had to. My brother had to be taken up country, and I had to be here now. I had to be here because I was informed to. If I was going to leave the school where I was schooling, then my education will probably be just finished like that. Yes. So I weighed my options. I prayed to God, and I just said, I'll see how I'll survive here. Come by and buy. That's what I did. Now the place where we are staying, we were told, actually before my mom died, we had a debt of around, I think, 40-something thousand. So we were told, you guys, because your mom have died, we have forgiven the debt, but you guys have to chomoka, have to go. So then we were with my aunt. We were staying, me, my mom, and my aunt, my bro, and my father. So we were told to go. We went. We went to a place called Marigoine. Marigoine is in Dandora Phase 2. Highway.
Yeah.
Highway. So we went there. My aunt had, I think, 3,000, 4,000 or 5,000 there. So we got a house of, I think, 2,500, a single room. And the other amount was deposit. Yeah. Before my mom died, we used to have a kiosk selling kuma, avocados and stuff. Yeah. So my aunt continued with the business, although there was no stock. Forgot to put a stock at the. So we were really surviving. And the times were really hard. That was not even the hardest moment, but actually it was hard. Because now living without a mother, the father now again, now yes. Now that father took another wife, and went to Mombasa. So I'm in school, no mother, rent now started becoming trouble and issue. Then my aunt was dating the husband now, who was a fiancé then. So after a few months, they got married and they went. So I was left alone. Solo. But before I was left alone, there's something that happened that I will not go too much into details. But I was imprisoned. I was taken to a police station in Dandora called Kinyago. It was really hard. That was the hardest moment of my life. The hardest I've ever gone through. I remember crying like a baby, and I was a big boy. At that time, I was the CU chairman of Dandora Secondary School. So I had plenty of support from my school, from the students, from the teachers. But the accusation that had befallen on me was the heaviest load ever in my life. So I was taken to Kinyago, and it was really hard for me. Used to be mistreated there, used to be beaten, used to be mishandled. I really felt I was still a young man. I was, I think, 17 years old. It was really hard for me. I really used to believe in God. So after some days, I was transferred to Buruburu police station, and there, this is where now the term of the story comes in. I was really losing hope at a very fast rate, because now here is someone, same year, 2003, mom has gone. The so-called dad has taken another wife. That actually I'll give another story one day, because the wife used to be a family friend that we thought, but actually they were dating, but auntie. It's okay. Yes, auntie. And yes, and even that dad died later. So they had gone. We were here. My aunt has gone. I am left in the Dandora Phase 2. No rent, This,
yeah.
yes, all alone, school fees, no hope.
Yeah.
I was even feeding myself was a problem because now it was terrible.
Then
Actually,
comes this case.
ish man, it was bad. Then comes this case now. From Dandora, now taken to Buruburu. Buruburu now, and all this time from Dandora to Buruburu, I'm in school uniform because I was not given a chance even to go home and even change water. They came for me at the school. So it was really hard for me. I was having headaches day and night because of overthinking. It was really tough. So when I was talking to Buruburu, I was there I think for like 4 or 5 days. But during that time, I still did not despise the God that was in me.
Yes.
But I gave God a condition. That is the only time in my life that I've ever given God a condition. And it was not out of kiburi, pride.
Yeah.
It was just a state of loneliness, a state of
Yeah.
Of-
It gets to a point
of that is the last that you can take.
You're negotiating with God.
With God.
Now, God, I'll do this.
Yes,
you do
if
this.
you do this.
Yeah.
So first I even questioned God, do you really exist? Because I've really been there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, at that point I thought I had done a lot to the kingdom,
Yeah.
even to God, that at least I deserved something better than what I was doing.
Yeah.
Things were really tough on me. So when I went there, I was serious with the gospel, just like I am now. I just changed the ministry. I'm not preaching nowadays. I'm preaching water and drinking water. Yeah. So I was really into preaching those days. I was really into singing.
What changed?
No, nothing changed. I just changed the ministry.
Oh, okay.
I'll come back to this when I'm 50 years. That's my plan. That's the voice that I heard clearly. Now, where was I? Buruburu.
Yeah.
Things were tough.
Yeah.
I started even questioning God now. Why can't you just come through for me? You know my heart. You know I'm true. You know I'm honest. You know all these accusations are false. Why can't you just come through for me?
Yeah.
So I went there and I preached the gospel like really hard. Because now when we went to Buruburu, there were like, I think how many cells? I think like 5 cells. So they were divided. There were cells for guys from Dandora, guys from I think now Buruburu, guys from Jericho.
Yeah.
Because now when you go inside there, they'll ask you where you are from. And now the guys from your hood will welcome you to their room. Now me, I was doing multi-purpose there because now I was a preacher man.
Yeah.
So during that week I was preaching the whole time. We had services in the evening.
Yeah.
I know guys who are in a cell come to know God in a very personal way because now they want Him faster.
Then,
So
yeah.
even the hardest criminals, when it was time to pray, they even used to hey Jaja, saidie, pastor tuombe. And I used to preach there. I preached there, and I think how many guys gave their life to Christ? It was between I think 30 and 40.
Yeah.
Either 32 or 42, I can't remember, it's a long time now. But around 32 or 42 guys gave their life to Christ that particular week. And I really used to encourage them. So when I'm encouraging them, in my heart I'm feeling alone. I'm feeling this God that I'm preaching probably does not even exist.
Yeah.
Why
Can't
He just come through for me?
For you, yeah.
So I remember that particular Sunday, that was the last Sunday that I was in Buruburu. The pastors that came, they came there, they prayed for all of us, and my heart was bleeding, not breathing. My heart was really bleeding. I felt plenty of pain.
Yeah.
So when they were praying for us, I shed tears and I cried to God. I told God, this is the last time I think I'm going to ever believe in you. This one has just shown me that you don't really care as you really promised in your heart. It was really hard for me. So that was it. We left it there. So I gave God a condition. I told him, if you don't come through for me, then me and you, we are done.
Yeah.
Where are you going? We are doing something here. We're encouraging people. So you just sit down and you go and sleep. Which one do you want? Yeah? Sitting. Okay, sit there. Okay, I'll tell guys to subscribe. Okay, sit down. There was a commercial break.
Yeah.
Now we just continue. Yeah. Thank you. So it was really really tough. I gave God the conditions, my conditions, and that was it. So to cut the whole story short, I was taken to court. That was now the coming week.
Yeah.
The guys who had accused me came, and we started the court case. God came through for me in a way I did not expect.
Yeah.
The case that had befallen me, actually fear was all over me, because even the guys that were with in the cell, when they heard of the accusations that were yes, they were really scared, and they were telling me, now it's either you are going to be locked in forever, because this one is not something that is good. And I really felt afraid. I really felt alone. I'm all alone in Nairobi.
Yeah.
I remember my grandmother came all the way from Nyeri with a title deed. That is the only property that we had. The title deed was a shamba that we have in our country. So she just came just in case of anything.
Yeah.
She can give the title deed as the bond.
Yeah.
So she came all the way. They came, I think, with who? I can't remember. I think we know. I don't think my aunt even came. But the reason why they did not come probably is because of even fear. Times were really hard, eh?
Yeah.
But I thank God for the people from my church,
Yeah.
where I was going to church then, the Dora Pefa.
Yeah.
Those guys really came through for me.
Yeah.
My friends, Kina Niko,
Yeah.
Kina Shedi, Kina all those guys, Kina Kehran and stuff, they all came. And Mama Niko was acting like a lawyer. Another group that came in through for me were the guys from the school,
Yes.
and the lawyer. The lawyer that I had a lawyer. My God is good.
Yeah.
I had a lawyer. The lawyer actually offered a free service.
Yeah.
A free service. So the lawyer was the husband of to my, not even CRE teacher. My CRE teacher was there all this time. My CRE teacher was there all this time because she was my best friend in high school.
Yeah.
The CU patron. The CU patron was called Mrs. Ndego. Now the husband was called Mr. Ndego. Yes. She came through, and the husband also came through, like God bless them. Now we went to court. We were given a bond. A bond of how much? 10,000 Kenyan shillings. Only. Then I realized, kumbe God, eh? God has something for me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what then.
Yeah.
So the bond came through, and you were told now you can go home. And the church gave 5,000. The lawyer paid 5,000. The lawyer that we were supposed to pay
Yeah.
paid 5,000. So the guys were happy. We were happy. We were given